G'day YouTube, Down to Bricks here. I've got a Batathon video for you today. It's an overview of the Lego Batman movie first wave of sets. Before we go through what's on the table, obviously there is one set missing, the Arkham Asylum. If you follow my haul videos, you know that I've just picked up that set recently. I haven't had a chance to put it together yet, but I didn't really want to include it in this overview because at the end of the video, I'm going to talk about what I like best, what I didn't really like about this wave, and I just thought the Arkham Asylum, to me it's like the flagship set of this whole wave, and I thought it was probably a little bit unfair to compare that set to some of these other sets here on the table. The other thing, it is a very expensive set, so it is out of the price range for a lot of collectors. I mean, we could probably say that about the Scuttler and the Batcave, but the Arkham Asylum, it's just that jump up again price-wise. So I just thought it'd be fair just to have a look at what's on the table. So let's check them out. So to run through all the sets, first of all, we have the Batcave break-in. This is set 70909, 1047 pieces. We have set 70905, the Batmobile, 581 pieces. 70904, Clayface Splat Attack, 448 pieces. Up the front here we have 70902, Catwoman Cat Cycle Chase, and just down here I also have 853651, the Lego Batman movie accessory set, and that is 31 pieces. This little assortment of sets over here that I have attached together, we have 70900, that is Joker Balloon Escape. We have 70901, Mr. Freeze Ice Attack, and 70910, Scarecrow Special Delivery. Those last two sets around the 200 piece mark, and the Joker Balloon Escape is 124 pieces. Let's move on to this big boy over here, and it is the Scuttler. It is 775 pieces, set 70908. Running along the front, we have the Joker's Notorious Lowrider set 70906, 433 pieces. This is set 70911, the Penguin Arctic Roller, 305 pieces. We have set 70903, the Riddle Eraser, 254 pieces. And this one right on the end, of course, is none other than Killer Croc Tailgater, 460 pieces, set 70907. Well, I think it's time we go in, we have a bit closer look at each of these sets, but if you want a closer look again, I do have in-depth reviews of most of these sets on my channel, so you can go and check that out if you so please. So now we've got the details out of the way, we've had a quick run over all the sets. It's time to talk about what I really like and what I didn't like about this wave of Lego Batman movie sets. Of course, this is just my opinion. Everybody's going to think differently. So please, anything you've got to say, put it in the comments. Let's have a chat about it. So first of all, value for sets. Look, I don't really want to talk about value too much because these sets were priced quite high, so I don't want to get into that too much because it's probably all we're going to talk about. I just want to say a couple of things. I just think those three little sets there, the Scarecrow set, the Mr. Freeze set, and the Joker Balloon Escape, I think those three little sets for the young ones, to be able to buy all three sets and put them together, I think that offers pretty good value. Of course, you do get 3 Batman minifigs, but you do get a good assortment outside of that, so I think there's a lot of good value, good playability in those 3 little sets. But the tick has to go for the most valuable set, in my opinion. The set with the most value, I should say, is the Riddler Riddle Racer. It is down on piece count a little bit to some of the other sets in that same price range, but you get 5 minifigs, and I just think that was awesome. Great looking minifigs at that. So definitely for me, that is gets the tick for most value out of a set. Before we get on to more about the sets and what sets I really love, I just want to talk about the minifigs, because holy dooly, the minifigs are awesome. There's no other word for it. The minifigs are awesome. Lego have done a fantastic job with the minifigs. We get so much printing. So to try and pick some of my favourites, it's very difficult. I think I kind of have narrowed it down to 3 of my favourite minifigs. I do want to talk about some others though. Before I talk about those, I want to talk about sets that I thought were really disappointing with minifigs. And I guess there's really only one here, and that would have to be Clayface Splat Attack with the 2 minifigs. I really did think that set was a letdown for minifigs, but let's not harp on that. Let's talk about what my picks of minifigs are. I have to say, in the Batcave, I do like the extra Batmans that we get in that set. I thought that was very cool, but the Bruce Wayne and the Alfred, I thought they were outstanding minifigs. I have to give a hat tip to some of the villains that I thought were very cool. We've got Mr. Freeze. I thought he was awesome. The Riddler, very nice printing on the Riddler and the Penguin. And I do have to say the Joker as well. From the Lowrider set with the printing on the arms, the tats on the arms, that is another cool villain minifig. Before we get on to my favourite minifigs, my top 3, I have to say the Killer Croc Big Fig. Crikey, that is just pure awesomeness in itself. Lego just did such a great job with that Big Fig. He looks so cool, and I'm so happy to have that Big Fig in my collection. It really is outstanding. So on to my top 3 minifigs. The minifigs I like the most. Well, we're going to start with Poison Ivy. The hairpiece, the printing, I really do think that's a great looking minifigure. Number 2 is a Catwoman. I really do like that minifig. Really looks good. The amount of printing down onto the legs. The detail in that printing, the silver print, the cowl as well. I really think that's a fantastic minifig. But my number 1 minifig, my number 1 pick is none other than Harley Quinn. Have a look at that hair mold, the printing, the all over printing, the printed bat, the printing on the arms. I mean, it's really just a fantastic minifig. I loved it when I first saw the pictures of it, and I really wasn't disappointed at all, and I do think that is my favourite minifig of all. So now on to the sets and what I liked and what I didn't like. So let's start with the big 3. So we've got the Scuttler over there, we've got the Batcave here, and the Batmobile on the end here. I mean, we could probably almost chuck in the Killer Croc Tailgater into that too, but we'll just start with these 3 sets. The Scuttler, look, I do like the look of it. It wasn't my favourite out of these three sets, I must say. I think the minifigs were really cool in the set. And again, it does look good, but I have to say, out of those three sets, I'm probably going to slightly tip the Batcave just slightly. Look, it's really tough because I was really surprised how much I did enjoy this Batmobile. And look, it's really close between the two. I think with the price of the two sets, I mean, I just really have to just pick the Batmobile. But two very, very good sets here in the Batcave and the Batmobile. So we talked about three of the bigger sets. Let's talk about three of the smaller sets here. I already talked about them a little bit in what I thought value-wise, but I just really love these three little sets, how you can put them all together. I'm a huge fan of that Mr. Freeze mech. That is one of my favourite things out of all of these little builds. I really do like that mech. The pizza van's cool, and just putting the whole Gotham Energy facility together, I thought that was very clever of Lego, and I really enjoyed those three sets. So I've talked about some of the sets I've really liked. I've yet to tell you what my favourite is, and we will get to that. But first, let's talk about some of the sets I didn't really like, or I had a bit of an issue with. So here we are right here with Clayface Splat Attack and Catwoman Cat Cycle Chase. Now, let's talk about the Catwoman set. As a build, I thought that was very weak build. I just did not impress me at all. I have to say, as I talked about in the minifigs, the Catwoman is the saviour of that set, an outstanding minifig, and if you want Catwoman, you have to buy that set. Now let's talk about Clayface. Overall, I do think he looks pretty cool. There's no doubt about that. He does look cool. The minifigs, big letdown for the set, and overall, I just think there's much better sets in this wave than the Clayface Splat Attack. So I've saved the best for last, and yes, it is this row of villain vehicles. I just think Lego did an outstanding job with these sets. The design of the vehicles is just outstanding. The minifig selection, overall, these are my favourite sets out of the whole wave, these villain vehicles. The Riddler Racer, as I said, excellent value. It's probably my least favourite out of all four vehicles, but I still think it's very cool. Minifigs are awesome. Next would have to be Killer Croc's truck. I thought that truck was really cool, enjoyed that build. But my favourite two sets, and it's very hard to split them, is the Joker's Lowrider and the Arctic Roller. And if I have to split them, look, I'm probably just going to edge it to Joker's Lowrider, but all in all, just two fantastic sets. Well done, Lego. So there we have it. I've gone through all the sets, all the minifigs. I've talked about what I've liked, what I haven't liked. Overall, I have to say this wave of sets was really, really outstanding. We had awesome builds, great looking sets, fantastic minifigs. But all in all, I think this wave of sets was really top notch. Lego have done a fantastic job. And whether for play or display, I really do think you get the best of both worlds with these sets. So a big thumbs up to Lego. A big thumbs up to everybody out there watching. Why don't you give me a big thumbs up for the video? I'd really appreciate that. And if you're watching for the first time, check my channel out. I've got stacks of Lego videos I'm sure you'd enjoy. But again, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.